national parks belong to all Americans, and the National Park Service will welcome all Americans to experience their parks. It's not national parks belong to able-bodied Americans or those Americans who are best able to get around and see them. They belong to all Americans. Here on the National Mall, we involve a number of different strategies to make our parks more welcoming, more accessible, and more inviting to all of our visitors. We use ramps and elevators to overcome, for a lot of the memorials, the many steps that lead up, for example, at the Lincoln or the Jefferson Memorial. We utilize tactile displays so that our visitors can not only read about some of the architectural features, but they can feel them as well. And we have Braille brochures that are available for 6 of the monuments memorials in the heart of the mall. One of the memorials, the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial, even features the principal, Roosevelt, in a wheelchair. Franklin Roosevelt came down with infantile paralysis in 1921 at the age of 39. He dropped out of public life and politics for a number of years while he sought to overcome the disease. When Roosevelt returned to public life, he did so in a wheelchair, and that is illustrated today at the Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial. At the entrance to the memorial, there is a statue of Roosevelt seated in a wheelchair, providing inspiration to those who realize that no matter who you are or what your disability is, you can overcome it, even becoming President of the United States. An important part of any visit to a national park is the ability to get outside and enjoy the park resources along a nice trail. And there are trails for visitors of all abilities in parks across the country. If you're planning a visit to a national park, check the website. Under the Plan Your Visit section, you'll find a tab for accessibility, and that will let you know where the accessible trails and other accessible features of the park are located. As far back as 1979, the National Park Service made the decision that accessibility planning would be done on an agency level, not on a park-by-park basis. We've continued to refine and develop those strategies over the years, and as recently as 2014, the National Park Service came out with a 5-year plan ensuring that the culture of the Park Service continues to develop programs and facilities that are accessible for all Americans and for all of our visitors from around the world.